So you guys have been enjoying the videos that I've been uploading via the Pixel Car stuff, but I've been getting a plethora of questions on,
Dylan, how do I start the game?
you guys want to be like part of the big dogs that can buy like all these crazy M series BMWs and GTRs, Supras, R8s. I sometimes forget the R8s in this game. Mustangs. Oh, got them. These are the three cars I recently did episodes on. So we got the GTR, of course, and we got the MK4 Supra, and then we got the HELLCAT. I usually stay pretty consistent with the upgrades in the sense these are the best upgrades that you could do to the car. One of the exhausts, there's like the VX Carbon, there is the Tomei exhaust, or they call it the Japan Racing, but we all know it's a Tomei. We know it's a Tomei. RX Black, there's no better intercooler in the game. VX Concept X pistons, the SF Type R ECU, and we have the VX open intake as the best. And then I usually apply this tune. Now this tune is important because across the entire game, I would say that this tune is probably one of the best to run, unless you want to cheat.
Let's go.
And if you want to cheat, you're not going to get the best time with this, but if you wanted to hypothetically cheat, you can put all the gears to 4.0 and then put the second gear to 0.77, and in doing that, it kind of glitches the game because the CPUs that you race use the same tune that you use. If you just shift to second faster than they do because they're gonna blow through the entire first gear, you are going to beat them no matter what. You're probably gonna finish with like a 13-second time or a 13-second quarter mile or so, which is extremely slow to some people in this game, which I don't even understand. I mean, I get comments on these videos because people tell me that my 6-second quarter mile is slow. You know how fast a 6-second quarter mile would be in real life. No, I don't care. I don't care. Much love to all of you guys who support the videos. But if you wanted to make a starter build, I would go something more of what I have labeled as beginner. I have a Lancer Evo 9. Now, why is the Lancer Evo 9 great? Well, that's because it's only, I think it's like 10 to $14,000. But any cheap car that is all-wheel drive, we can go into dealership, and if you go, mostly the cheap all-wheel drive cars are going to be in the AS or JDM space. The American and the Euro, they'll be cheap. They don't really get all-wheel drive cars until you get to the higher echelon of cars. American, I don't really think has a lot of all-wheel drive cars at all. Mustang's rear-wheel drive, Camaro's rear-wheel drive, HELLCAT's rear-wheel drive, both Challenger and Charger. The 4GT, I believe, is rear-wheel drive, but don't quote me on that. These cars are very expensive. You want to go towards the more cars that are sub 50K even if you can. Same with Euro, your BMW E90 M3, those are more cheaper, but they're also rear-wheel drive. So you want to find a car that is all-wheel drive, so you know no matter what, even if you screw up your launch, you will win. I think that's the Evo 6. Evo 6, Evo 7, please don't destroy me if I got that wrong. No, I'm just kidding. I deserve it if I got it wrong. It's 12K. For $2,000 more, you can get the car that I got, the Evo 8 or 9. I don't know which one it is.
He's an idiot.
If you don't like either of those, you can get the WRX hatchback / wagon, the GTR R33. This is a really good one because not only is it all-wheel drive, will last you probably, if you keep upgrading the parts, almost, you might definitely be able to run this in the highest league in the game. So this car is 26K, but not only that, but it's also a car that looks really, really cool. Also, if you don't like the R33, you could get the R32 for 31K. And if you're wondering, Dylan, how do I get this money? If you go into the drag and you just do free run, and then after you level up, you get points to level up your XP and your money. I would just stagger it. Just do 1 to money, 1 to XP, because you don't want to overload one. I think when you first start out, you'll only be making like 2-3 grand each time you run through that. But if you keep upgrading it and you keep leveling up, you'll eventually start earning like 20 grand every time you run through that. Like I said before in my previous video, you'll be getting a crate every single time you run through that race. Those crates can be crucial because you can unlock certain things. Like you can unlock this turbo, you can unlock this supercharger. And if you unlock these, sell them because you can buy them later down the line. It's better to sell them, take that money and dump it into a full car. So I would just literally, if you have like 100K, you can literally get this VXT24 turbo. There's 4 mods that are most important in this game. It's your turbo, your ECU, because that unlocks launch control, and your tires. You could also say that coilovers matter, but I don't think they matter as much. The mostly actually it's 3: turbo, ECU, and your tires. So I would get that 1 turbo. Then I would wait until you can get Nitto drag slicks. I put them on all my cars, even on the top echelon cars. It's another 14 grand, but it is so worth it. So now you're at 38 grand. And then I would wait until maybe you can get like this ECU, continuing to upgrade the Evo 9, and you can dump some money into intercoolers. You could buy like the VXR type, it's 25K. There's also like the VX Gold. It's 180K, but it runs well. It's a good like benchmark. And then it's just kind of working up, like getting the more expensive ECUs. These have a really big jump from 38 to then 180, and then to 800K, and then to 1.1 million. I would spend most of your money getting the best car in the game. And if you guys don't know, the best car in the game, the GTR R35 Nismo. You got to make sure, now mine doesn't because I have a body kit on it, but it'll have a red line on the bottom. You can mess up your launch so bad, but it does not matter because of how fast the car is. You can literally not run NOS on the car and win the highest tournaments in the game. It's actually kind of crazy how good this car is. This is the car that made me $100 million in the game when I first got it. I know that was a lot in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I might be starting a new series next video, so stay tuned for that. Please, if you guys want to subscribe and hit the like, because why not? Also, follow me on Instagram if you want. I'm trying to get my Instagram followers out here right now. But yeah, it's at Dylan_Jamie8. I post updates on there and stuff. So that's all for today. Peace.